Greetings friends, I am Obsidian. Earlier today, Dom Studio released part 1 of episode 29 of the SKIBIDI Multiverse series. This episode was quite the plot twist, especially for the fact that there was a betrayal among the other side. Alpha's first downfall has hit, which is only going to get worse for her. But before we go on, make sure you subscribe to me so as to not miss future videos and have all the notifications on. Please give my video a like, as it will help me out. Let's begin. The scene begins where everywhere is chaos. London is burning, including Big Ben, and the POV cameraman looks to his left to see another cameraman with a gun that looks similar to the one from Monster Up's universe. We look to our left to see the devastation and a drone flying around nearby, when we suddenly see 2 SKIBIDI toilets appear from around the corner and the cameramen put their guns up ready to fire. The SKIBIDIs spot them, but they're hit by the guns and are stopped until some more SKIBIDI toilets appear. The POV cameraman throws a grenade out into the open, which goes off, killing the remaining SKIBIDI toilets. The POV cameraman looks to the other cameraman until they hear the all-familiar sound of the teleport. And they see the scientist toilet, but he's no longer small. He's in his Titan robot body once again with the magnets and other modded items in his arsenal. The scientist robot toilet begins to turn when the cameraman runs into a nearby building and watches as the scientist starts to look around for anyone. We look forward to a mirror when we see the scientist robot toilet get attacked, and we see a flash of an explosion and the drone watching on. The POV cameraman looks down at his tablet and the scene transitions to a view of the scientist looking forward, with a horrible smirk on his face. The POV of the drone turns to its left, and we see Titan cameraman landing near the scientist robot toilet, where he aims his new gravity guns straight at him, along with the guns on his shoulders, ready to attack. The scientist can be seen smiling as he sends an acid rocket at Titan cameraman, who deflects it by slapping the acid rocket away from him. The robot scientist toilet sends another acid rocket towards Titan cameraman, who catches it in his gravity gun and shoots it back towards the scientist robot toilet, who gets hit and falls into a nearby building. The scientist recovers and begins to hit the Titan cameraman with multiple lasers, where it starts to knock him back a little. Titan cameraman picks up multiple cars and debris off the floor with his gravity gun and shoots it at the robot scientist toilet, distracting him briefly before Titan cameraman strides over and hits him twice, before the robot scientist toilet begins attacking Titan cameraman once again with his lasers and steels, Titan cameraman's hammer with the magnet next to him. The scientist throws the hammer back at Titan cameraman, who avoids getting hit by it, but sadly, he can't grab it, and we see the scientist smile wide as he brings the hammer back ready to hit Titan cameraman, and as it is about to hit, the hammer stops, and we hear someone say over my dead body. We see Titan TV man come into the scene, making the scientist stare straight at him. The Titans can be seen standing next to one another, until they are distracted by a purple portal opening up on the top of a building, and out comes Alpha. She says to the robot scientist toilet, "You're starting to get a better old man," which makes the scientist stare at her and begin to talk to her, but Alpha stops him and begins to stay. "You've become pretty bold, haven't you? That drill titan is hopeless. As long as he keeps holding back, he is of no use." She turns and continues to talk by saying, "Well, I guess it's better than having him against us. Besides, I don't need him anyway." As she says this, the Titans look to their side and notice some SKIBIDI toilets nearby when the scene goes back to Alpha, and she says, "It took me long enough to prepare my master's favorite toy," and then says, "Behold, the counter Titan." Alpha lifts the ball in her hand into the air as a portal begins to open, and we see something come out. The Titans look on as the counter Titan's hand reaches out to a building, and his gun can also be seen. The scene goes back to the scientist robot toilet, who does not look happy about the situation, as he watches on as the counter Titan shows itself. As we can see, this counter Titan looks like a cross between Mothra and also the pink Triadian from Virlance's series. Perhaps Dom Studio are fans of Mothra, and of course Virlance's series, considering they are good friends. The counter Titan looks to Alpha, who is smiling with happiness at the scene, until the ball in her hand is knocked out by a laser strike from the scientist robot toilet. The counter Titan looks to where the shot came from, and the scene turns to some SKIBIDI toilets who are in front of the scientist robot toilet. The scientist looks on as he puts his glasses down as the Titans watch on at the scene in front of them, both of them looking at each other, wondering what is going on. The scene goes back to Alpha, who asks the scientist robot toilet, "The hell do you think you're doing?" with a very angered look on her face. Suddenly, as the scientist robot toilet is looking on, some SKIBIDI toilets are flying around him as he disappears in teleport smoke. Alpha begins to laugh and says, "Whatever, we were planning to eliminate all the species anyway." The scene ends as Alpha looks on at the Counter-Titan, and the Counter-Titan looks at her. What an exciting and incredible episode that was with friends. The next part of episode 29 is sure to be even more amazing, and the cliffhanger is one we need to get out of the way soon. Do you agree, friends? Do you have some theories on what could happen in part 2 of episode 29? Let me know what you think in the comments so I can read them. They are always welcome. Before I forget, I have a Discord. You are welcome to join and come send in your theories and see leaks when I have them. Thank you for watching my video. I was Obsidian. Until next time, friends.